Meet Mr. Singh and Mrs. Irani. They're both veterans in the restaurant business and have been serving delectable cuisines from their own communities. When Corona happened, they both had to temporarily shut shop. Over the lockdown, they realized that the 6 months or 1 year to come would be a tricky time. Both customers and employees would put their safety first. They kept reading industry news and formed an idea of the new sanitation and distancing regime they would need to enforce. Mr. Singh was confident about managing the new regime on his own. Mrs. Irani, however, realized the need for professional intervention. She hired a consultancy to lead, monitor and maintain the post-COVID best practices for her restaurant. Within 1 month, there started to show a divide between consumer perceptions about Mr. Singh's and Mrs. Irani's restaurants. While Mr. Singh did put some basic measures in place, they weren't followed 100% of the time. There were lapses every now and then, which didn't escape the keen eyes of the customers. On the other hand, Mrs. Irani's place was perceived to be much safer because it had every minute detail taken care of, processes were followed like clockwork and customers were kept aware of how their safety was being prioritized. As was popular talk of the town, people told their family and friends about how Mrs. Irani's restaurants were COVID-proof. And Mr. Singh's weren't. As a result, Mrs. Irani won a significant clientele including new people who hadn't been to her restaurant earlier. She established what was most crucial during that period: consumer trust. Consumer trust in times of pandemic. It happens by design. Don't leave it to intuition.